Secrets of Slack Car Racing number 15. Adjusting the voltage on your power supply. I just wanted to do a quick demo on how I adjust the power supply. And I always recommend getting one of these Auto World adjustable voltage power supplies. They're $30. They plug right into Auto World and AFX track, so they're pretty convenient. And it really helps you tune the response of the cars and the speed of the cars. And really helps those beginners. You can turn the speed down so they can handle it. So when you adjust the voltage, you're really adjusting the top speed, which would be full power, but also the initial speed with the initial movement of the trigger. In this case, this car, this is an old 60s Aurora Thunderjet, and to negotiate a lot of the track, I've got to sort of just touch the throttle. So what I would do is I would turn it down quite a bit, let's say half, and then give it a try. So with the, so you can see it, so you just touch it. So now the car's going a pretty modest speed, can negotiate the whole length. And then we check for, on the straight, we check for top speed. And that's a pretty good compromise. I would maybe give it a little bit more power, just to get a little bit more top speed out of it. I can still drive it through all the curves. So that's how I do it. You're really balancing the slow speed of the car versus the top speed you get. So as you turn the power down, you get a little control at the low speed, but you also turn down your top speed. So you're sort of just balancing those, finding a nice compromise for the cars and the track you have. But also with beginners, you might want to turn the power way down, especially if you're running something like what I'm running here. This is an old 60s car. There's no magnet traction. To let beginners drive these, you might want to turn the power way down. So it's just nice, modest top speed, a lot of control. And then as your beginners get better, maybe you can give them a little bit more speed, and they'll be able to learn how to drive the car first, and then hopefully they can handle a little bit more speed later on. I was going to go into a rant on control, and I think I'll do that the next video in a little bit more detail. But really, it's a frustrating topic for the slack car hobby, and there's so many variables, and they sort of interact. And the most important variable is the voltage of the power supply. And then there's the car, of course, and the controller. And to a certain extent, the layout of the track, how tricky or curvy your track is. Now, the best thing you can do is have an adjustable voltage power supply and an electronic controller. I'm not using electronic controllers. They're excellent. They're just pretty pricey for a beginner. So, after a electronic controller, there is no real one size fits all thing to do. So you get into it depends. And the other thing with a control of the slot cars is a lot of people, they don't start with an adjustable voltage power supply. And over the years, they've done a brilliant job in most cases of developing what they're doing, kind of going off on their own, modifying the cars, maybe adding magnets or more magnets or special tires and stuff like that. And that's great. I do it a little bit different. I'm trying to make it really simple, do it the most affordable way possible. And I start with the most important variable, which is the voltage. And these affordable power supplies weren't really available till about a year ago. And then I'm using some old controllers, and so I'm kind of doing my own thing too. But hopefully that helps explain what I'm doing and simplifying things down. But I did want to show, the whole point of the video was show you how you can adjust the power supply to the cars, the drivers, and the controllers you're using to gain a little bit more control. And typically, I'm turning the power down, especially with beginners. So that's about all I have on that topic. I will continue more on control of slot cars because it's typically pretty frustrating and a real challenge for many people. This is actually New Year's Eve, so Happy New Year to everyone, and hope you're having fun racing slot cars.